back that happened. I was looking for the timing and I'm thinking, what's wrong here? So I guess when I was talking, it probably wasn't happening. And Vince, I don't know whether he's going to come on or not. I almost think we should maybe just drop him off here and you and I carry on. Does that sound fair?
Mm.
Liz, what do you think?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
You think I should just take Vincent out of the room now? You and I do this?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't really want to do that
Oh,
right yet. We'll wait and see if he comes back. So I'm going to start, maybe we're going to end up starting again here. Liz Ingabire is the founder of the French Training Center in Western
mhm.
Uganda, and she has partnered with Vincent Mutahunga, he's the founding partner of Beyond Basketball Foundation. They're both in Mbarara, which is in Western Uganda, and they're working together to help youth change their mindsets, lift themselves up, and be resourceful. That's exciting for you and exciting for Vincent and exciting for me as well. That's because we want to
Yeah.
be the change we want to see in the world. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world. And so you're both in Mbarara, and let's just go back very briefly, Liz, your bit of history coming from Burundi, which is French speaking, to
Yeah, yeah.
Uganda.
To
And
Uganda,
you
yeah.
came as a refugee to Uganda, which meant that you still didn't have like working permits and all of those things. Yes?
Yes, I can because the situation was not good politically in my country, and I was hard pregnant, so I had to to move to move to Uganda so that I
Right.
I
So that's kind of
peaceful.
where it was at when you and I met, and then we became mom and daughter. And I stayed with you when I was there in 2020, and then the pandemic was declared. So that we didn't get a very long visit in, but we had a good one. And from that opening of the mind to not be saying, "Oh, life is so hard all the time," you turned around into happiness instead and developed a bunch of businesses, which blows my mind. It's beautiful. Let us hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Where will I start? Let me start when I came in Uganda. Yes, life, because I had no job, even my husband, and we were mature. I said, how will we, how will we find a solution with these financial issues? Then uh, that's when I started to search in me what am I able to do, and I said, let me start teaching French is all what I can contribute in these
Mm,
communities because it's an English speaking country. uh, I get out of my house. I get out of my comfort. I stood up and went to knock everywhere. I started to market. I'm this. I'm called this. I can do this for you. I can teach. That's how I started, and I'm sure many people are suffering what I've been suffering. Uh, so instead of sitting and waiting for people sending money, I found it's not fair. It's not good, and yeah, it really hurt me when I ask someone money. I said no, and I would I, I would say I'm really thankful to you, Granny Sandra, when you came. you showed me, you taught me many things. I discovered qualities which were in me. I didn't know those qualities. When you came, that's when I started to do crafts. That's when I didn't know I can make the decoration things. I even sold some, and my children were there. Everyone in the house started to open eyes, and you taught us to be independent. That's
Mm.
because I was not free. We I was not free because I used to depend to some people, to somebody else. I said, it's really tiresome. So after opening my eyes, I saw other people suffering the same way I used to be. That's when really my project started to work. Uh, Even now, I do the work of coaching women, active people, and even with zero capital, you can use your hand, you can use your brain, you can like just the same way I taught French. I was not a teacher, but I teach French very well. Parents are not complaining. In the schools where I teach, children now they speak French. I teach doctors because I decided to be free. I decided to move out of this uh, low mindset. I even became, in 2021, a coordinator of Alliance Française, just because I decided to no more ask money, to no more ask help. Just I use what I know. Then Alliance Française, France Embassy in Uganda, they recognized in me the quality of language in me. Yeah, just because many people, they don't know quality they have in themselves. They are beggars. Sorry for saying that. They are VIP beggars. Let me say that.
I love that, VIP beggars. But you hadn't even thought about it as being a beggar, just because you thought, well, you're in
Yeah,
Canada, you've got money and I should have some of it, and don't be so mean, send me some. You didn't think about it as begging. I don't think you
yeah,
thought about it as begging, but there was a neediness
yeah.
that meant, if you don't send me, my life is in your hands because you're not going to send me $50 a month. And that's
Yeah,
prison. That's what I call the prison that we create in our own
a
minds.
prison.
Yes, prison is.
Yes, yes.
And you
Yeah,
decided
prison.
not to stay in prison anymore, and you're taking others out of prison now too.
Yeah, yeah. So I decided to break the silence. I decided to speak out. I decided to speak out so that many people I know, they don't say that, they don't reveal us, but I know many people, they suffer, they still suffering the way I used to suffer. These things of asking, first use what you have. Yes, you can start by what you have. I did it last month with women in Akivale camp, and I found women really, they have many skills, and I said, my God, they have many skills. They are farmers. They are uh, ITs, youth who can do the designing, and yeah, they are there. They have qualities, but they don't know this. And I'm happy. When I talked with them, I left. I left there with them with some hope, very big hope. Then they were happy. They said, "Liz, please come back and talk to us." Through my testimonies, through my pictures, um, my I showed them my old pictures, how I used to look like, and oh, I said, my God, I didn't know I'm rich. So it's all that
Oh, that
it's
is so
all that
beautiful.
it all starts by accepting to change, accept to learn. Yes, accept. If you accept to learn from other people who succeeded, that's the first step.
And I was
Some
pretty hard
people,
on you sometimes. I was, that
yes,
straight talk of mine, I was, stop it. That's not what I did. No, you're not. No. And I was pretty angry.
yeah,
And you listened, you
yeah,
didn't run away.
yeah, I listened. Yes, yes, even if I was hurted by the straight talk, but I said, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to be a good learner and listen. The I can't believe right now I teach other people. You taught me, you taught me even communication. I can see now when someone is suffering. I can see even someone without speaking. I can see someone is suffering. Emotionally, I can see because I opened eyes,
Mm.
and I'm free now. I'm happy now because life is so good. It doesn't mean I have everything I want, no, but I'm so happy because I'm useful to my family, I'm useful to the community. I'm no longer dependent. My family is free now. My brothers and sisters, they no longer suffer. Oh, we need to help Liz every time. Now they see me independent and developing my project. And yeah, so many qualities. And I decided to, whenever I see an active, a youth, I will not leave that person keep suffering. I will do my best to blow up their mind because they are able. They,
That's beautiful. I'm going to use that as a
yeah,
segue because this is written up to be with you and Vincent. And even though Vincent's connection failed and we did get started
yeah,
again, I do want to bring in the whole idea, everything
yeah,
you've talked about, and this gift of a free Liz who is not going to leave
yeah,
anybody behind. If they are willing to listen and to learn, you're there. And if they're not
yeah,
willing to listen to learn, leave them for another time because they're not ready. Don't keep exhausting yourself
yeah,
trying to change somebody that's not interested, because they will see the change in you and then they will
yeah,
want some of that. And that's the attraction. So when
yeah,
you met Vincent, who is doing basketball,
yeah,
and I love the
yeah,
name,
yeah.
it's beyond basketball. So basketball is the foundation, but
Mm-hmm,
beyond basketball, you and Vincent have partnered
mm-hmm,
together now for 5 months and you're just developing the whole program. But you see those beautiful youth who
yeah,
are playing basketball, but they need more freedom in their own life through opening up their minds and finding ways to make a little living
yeah.
for themselves. Can you explain a little bit about what you and Vincent are doing as a partnership? You were saying about where they play and they were
Yeah.
looking for a field to play in. That's how you got started. And then you've helped them create
Mhm.
little businesses when people are passing by or coming to the games. How about you take us from meeting Vincent and deciding to partner and what's happened in that arena?
Come again. The last
In that
sentence.
area
Come
of the
again.
development, in
What
that
happened?
what's been happening with you and Vincent over the
yes,
last 5 months? You got together and connected, and then you
yes,
developed this
yes, yes,
vision to help youth. So tell us
yes.
how all of that's developing.
Yeah, it's when we partnered with Vincent, I would say one of things that connect people, there is sport. Sport can bring many people. There is basketball, as Vincent is a founder of Beyond Basketball. So when there are matches, when there are camps of basketball, of course people they come and watch to support their teams. There are a lot of people coming. They need to drink, they need to have snack, they need to listen to music, to entertaining. So all those things apart basketball, I'm in charge. Me and Queen, we are in charge. Queen is in charge of entertaining, music, photography, dancing. That's Queen. Queen is one youth trained by me. She's still young, but now she's independent because she accepted to be trained. She can do everything. She will not run, she will handle women. Like if I bring women
Gives
like
me
if
goosebumps
I
because Queen is such a beautiful young woman, and I'm so excited to get back there and see all of you. But anyhow, yes,
yes,
Queen is amazing.
yes, we were like we shall get, I shall bring those women who want to work, who are ready to work, to bring their different snacks, their different food. It will be a big event, every week, every month, so people will be earning money. You where you can come and market your product, and yeah, and people will connect. Uh, yeah, there is also Rafa who is getting market in supermarket to supply uh, meatballs and sausages. I remind you that Rafa is a teenager, is 15 years now. He's trying to save money. His dream is to be a doctor, so he's saving money so that later he become a surgeon doctor. So all these things, I wouldn't achieve these things if I didn't open my eyes. It started from my family. Now I want it to expand to people who are ready to get out from prison, to be free. With love, let us move. With love, let us develop. And life is good when we do good, we do life together. When we leave nonsense, those things that divide society, no. Women, we are able. Different marriages are getting over because of lack of mindset.
Mm,
Yeah, a man and a woman, they get divorced because of money. People, they don't know how to handle money. The-
yeah,
just lack of mindset is killing communities, is killing children, is killing. So we need really to bring light in our communities, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy. And if Sandra, you wouldn't come, I wish you would come every month. You come with other people. You help us to do this project, to develop this project. Another thing I would say is about homeschooling. Allow me to allow me to switch on the light. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's better. That's good. Yeah, it was getting a little dark there.
Yes, yes, it's dark in Uganda. Okay, that that
Homeschooling you were going
opening.
to.
Yes, I started homeschooling with my house, with my children. It started, I was not able to pay school fees. I
And I
I
wasn't going
wish.
to because I couldn't sustain that, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
people
yes,
can't sustain just giving, giving, giving. They have to come up with another idea. So when
yes.
I said homeschooling, you said, I have no idea what
Mm,
that is. We don't know anything about that. But you
yeah,
grabbed onto it, and here you are
yeah,
with homeschooling.
yeah, yeah. It started just like that, and something can come as a difficult, as a problem, but it comes for a reason. If you open eyes, you can find a solution. Uh, you can find a great idea through problem. So with Granny Sandra, she told me, why can't you teach your own children? Why to send a child to go to school to study ABCD? Can't you do that? Can't you teach your own child? Uh, I'm not saying school is bad,
No,
no, but when you're
but
not
it's
able,
expensive. It's expensive. And the children are
yeah,
gone. Like your children were
yeah,
gone out of the house when I was there. They were gone at 7 in the morning and didn't get back till 7 at night. Like,
yeah,
really, for ABCD, do you need 12 hours? And I understand that when they were there, they were also having their lunches and their suppers, but you
mm,
can do lunch and supper easier and still they don't need 12 hours for ABCD.
yeah, yeah. So I would say a good news. I started in this region. Was the first one to start homeschooling. Let me tell you, here in Africa, homeschooling is not known. It
No.
means when you are a parent and you don't send a child to school, it's like an abomination. They don't understand you. How come you don't send? No, life is not a matter of coping. Life is a matter of being happy. Are you happy? I don't have to copy someone else. Someone else is able to pay for school fees. Me, I was not able. Now I'm happy because few parents now they are homeschooling their children. I started now parent. I know like five parents. They are homeschooling their children. And let me tell you, our children, they are very intelligent. They pick up things like mathematics through cooking, through they are learning science. They see plant growing. I can tell you, and I'm not suffering with money now. Yeah. So that's it. I'm seeing the little children. I have one 7 years, another one 6 years. They know how to read. I teach them. I just look for booklet online, worksheet online, and
Mm.
and I follow. uh, yeah, they are on the same level. I teach also French in some international school around. When I try to see the level of the student at that school, I find there is no difference with my children. So I said, and life move on. That's what.
Wow. You know, this is incredible because here in Canada, and I'm sure in the States even more, there are whole associations of people that are doing
Yes.
homeschooling. And then they come together. So as you've got them collected and you start to get the curriculum so that you can actually, you could probably know the curriculum, know you've covered everything, and send them for their test. You'd have to pay probably to send them for their test and get their certificate. So you know what level they're going at, because at the end of the day, they still want a
Yeah.
certificate for work or whatever. But
Yeah.
bringing it back in with this beyond basketball as well, that's what you're bringing. If you've got an entire teams of basketball youth, I hope that's boys and girls. I hope you've encouraged that the girls get to play as well. But
Yeah.
when you've got whole teams of youth, and then they start to learn what you're teaching, which is the opening up your mindset, be able to speak French, be able to speak English, be able to create little ways to make your own living.
Yeah.
Have freedom in your mind, because when you have freedom in your mind, you've got peace in your heart. You feel so good about yourself. And so using basketball as one of the sports is a way for you to bring that to a whole group of people now. And I just want to mention as well, because I know your brother Patrick here in Toronto, when I was able to get in touch with him and say about the Beyond Basketball, he says, this is amazing. And he said, Sandra, you have no idea how you changed my life. Because we happened to meet by accident years ago in Landmark. He didn't remember me, but I remembered this black guy saying he was going to make a big difference in Africa. And I'm thinking, wow, what a project he's going to take on. So when I ran into him, or I guess you connected him, I said, I think I know you. Did you do Landmark? And he said, yes. I said, that's where I met you then. So we connected through you, getting me to connect with your brother Patrick here in Toronto. And then I was on LinkedIn, not on Facebook, but on LinkedIn social media. And I was approaching people. And there was a guy that approached, and he said, yeah, okay, we can have a talk. So we chatted. And I didn't get doing any business, but I connected Patrick and this fellow, because all he could talk about was basketball, and Patrick all about basketball. So I said, you two have to meet. So I connected them, and they're now partners with the basketball team that they bring to Burundi. So I can see your your Beyond Basketball is going to be Uganda teams, but I can see you could get in touch with Patrick, and I forget the other guy's name. But why not have a playoff between the Burundi team and a Western Uganda team?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to become international. So I'm really pleased that you are working with Vincent, and you've discovered basketball as a way to reach, and now you reached that over to Canada to Patrick and this other fellow.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if he's in Canada or the States, the other guy, but they've partnered up to make the basketball team even bigger in Burundi, where you came from. And I can see this is how it multiplies. This is how it multiplies. And you're just radiant, and you're laughing with that grin on your face. There's no question that that's right from your heart. You are happy. You didn't, when we first met, you had a smile on your face because Mom was there, but underneath you were kind of gritting your teeth because you weren't happy. You were angry with people. You were angry with life, and this isn't fair, and that shouldn't be happening. And you said, but what about they did this and to me? I said, love them, bless them, and let them go. Don't worry about it. It's done, gone.
Yeah.
And I remember, because we were at the municipal offices and we were talking, and you were a little bit annoyed about somebody. I said, love them, bless them, and let them go. Let me hear you say that. And you'd say, love them and bless them and let them go. And you repeated it a few times as we were climbing the stairs. And then they said, oh, I got it. Let them go. They're not ready. And that's what you do with the women that aren't ready, or the men that aren't ready. Love them. Love them. They're where you used to be. Love them, because that's where we used to be, all of us. We didn't know what we didn't know. So just love them and let them do their own thing. But when they're ready and they want what we've got, Then they have to start the work and they have to, yeah. And it's amazing. I'm so happy to have gotten to meet Vincent, even though the link didn't stick. We'll do another one another time. And
Yes, please.
hopefully, he'll be at your place, even if the two of you use the same computer, or if he brings his computer and you're each hooked up, because your internet seems to be more stable than what he was working with. But with that,
Yes, yes,
we are at
he's
30
in
minutes,
Kampala
my
right
dear.
now.
We are at 30 minutes. Let me just see what's here. I just think that the whole idea of the mission, we had the vision. The vision was the holistic development, promoting personal growth, appreciation of others, and community development using the game of basketball. Now, you're not playing basketball, but you could immediately see, okay, there's a lot of youth need their mindset shifted and ways to make money. And there's a whole lot that's going to burst this community open, and you are doing it. The mission is to
Yes,
help players, coaches, and the community as a whole. And that's always beautiful, because when we go just
yes.
from ourselves, first we have to understand.
Mm,
I was just studying, I lead a study group, and we were talking about the cup that is full and overflowing. And I used to think, well, if my
mm,
cup is full and I'm not sharing out of my cup, here's my cup. If it's
mm,
full and I start sharing out of my
mm,
cup, out of the me, I'm depleting myself.
mm,
And that's not okay, because now I don't have a
mm,
fullness. When my cup is full, when I am full,
mm,
then I
mm,
can manage myself. So what we want to share
mm,
with others is when I am complete and have filled my cup, and
mm,
what is overflowing. What is
mm.
overflowing is what we're sharing with others.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that makes such a difference,
yeah.
because, if I were to deplete my finances at this age in my retirement, and I were just to say, oh,
Mm,
Africa needs my money, and gave it all away, then I would be empty and I would not be able to live myself.
mm,
I
mm,
would be on the street. So that does not work. We have to have ourselves complete first.
mm, mm.
And
Yeah,
then when we are so full, look at the joy that the two of us have. We are so full that we just burst it out to the world anyhow. That's our overflow. We're happy inside,
yeah,
and we're so happy we're spreading it around. That's the overflow.
yeah, yeah,
That's the overflow. So if it was a cup in a saucer, what's over? That's what we share around. But we have to be complete
yeah,
ourselves,
yeah,
because if we're not whole ourselves,
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
sharing
yeah,
honestly. And that's what
yeah.
I see when you're opening the community the way you are. That's my joy, is awakening communities. And you know that
Mm,
after you and I saw that your community awakening, then I met with Ronald Bachekwa also in Uganda, but north of Kampala. And then I connected
mm.
with Loveleen, who's from Uganda. And then I
Yeah,
connected with
yeah,
Nina. It's just amazing, the network of people, with
yeah.
everybody
Mm.
bringing their fullness, with everybody bringing their talents, and what
I
overflows.
hope next time. I hope next time we shall go to Burundi.
I'm hoping so. I need to have a little idea. What's that going to cost? What's that look like? Where do we stay? So you can think about that. And I'm going to just bring this to a close, because we're at almost 35 minutes. And
Okay.
we'll talk another time. But I know that the grannies in
Yeah.
particular, who helped get you your magic laptop, and so many grannies that helped me bring things when I came, they're going to love hearing this interview. But
Greetings to them. I tell them I love you. I love you so much. I
yeah,
love
there's
you,
Granny
Granny.
Wynn. You can say Granny Wynn and Granny Bernice. They were the two in particular that got the laptop with me.
Oh, thank you, Granny Bernice. Thank you, Granny. The name is who you are beautiful. You are wonderful ladies. You are blessing to us. Thank you very much. We love you. You don't know. I love you. You can't you can't realize how much I'm so thankful to you. Everyone who handled anything to Sandra to get it to us. You did a great job. You saved a whole communities, many youth, and
Really,
I love you so much.
it's beautiful. So whenever I find, and I know other grannies have helped out now with Ronald and getting a piggery going, and Loveleen, she's just expanded and blown up another whole community, and Amina teaching the children, teaching those girls, and Queen got in on that with the cameras for girls, the photography
Yeah.
courses, and life just is beautiful and keeps expanding, and we can keep growing and growing and growing. And
Yeah.
with that, I would just love to be able to give you that great big hug, and we'll do that in person next year. Let's plan on it for next year.
Wow, we can't wait. I can't wait. So excited. Let's hope for the great to come.
Yes, we'll do that. I'm going to end this recording now, so you can hang around after I end it and we can chat. So out there in Zoom land, I hope you've enjoyed this interview with Lyse. I'm sorry that Vincent's internet didn't stay strong enough, but we brought you in a little bit on up to date with the Beyond Basketball and how it's working together. Thank you so much, Lyse. Blessings,
Thank you
everyone.
very much. Yes, thank you very much. Those who have taken their time to watch this live. Um, I was happy, and I wish Sandra to allow next time we meet again and we talk. We keep sharing, and the testimony is big. I have many things to tell you. Thank you very much. I love
Thank you.
you.
Love you. Bye bye.